Who surprised you most in week 4 of fantasy football this week? We're here to talk about the studs and duds of the week and possible waiver wire pickups on our episode of Touchdowns and Trash Talks right here on Vegas Guyz Locker Room. What's going on, guys? I'm Jay. I'm your host as always, and I'll be joined with Big Time Sean here in a second. But first, let's talk about some injuries that happened, because what would it be without another week of injuries in the NFL? Big one, Rashee Rice. I know he was huge for a lot of people, including myself, this year in fantasy. He goes down. It looks like it's going to be a season-ending ACL injury. No word yet. I haven't got confirmation, but that's what they're fearing is probably it. Jonathan Taylor. He's another big name. High ankle sprain, could be out multiple weeks. It looks like they're going to avoid the IR situation for now. But it looks like you might have to go and pivot in a different direction if you are a Jonathan Taylor owner. Mike Evans, maybe something you want to monitor. He had a knee calf injury going in after Sunday's game. Maybe something you want to monitor this week and see if he's available to go for you for the Buccaneers. Anthony Richardson, hip pointer. Is anybody really upset about this? I don't know if you're a Michael Pittman owner, or I don't know if you own any of the Colts. This might be better for you. I don't know. You let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is Anthony Richardson's injury that significant? Or does it help fantasy with the amount of players that get involved now? Josh Downs, Michael Pitt. Could be an interesting week going forward here with Anthony Richardson's injury. Bijan Robinson, limited in practice, has some hamstring concerns. I was wondering, you saw a lot of Tyler Algier this past Sunday. It looks like he's bothered by the hamstring injury. This might be something you want to monitor, especially with that high draft pick you spent on Bijan this year in drafts. Will Levis, Monday night shoulder injury, did not return to the game, and I don't know if anybody was that sad. Okay. Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears finally looked like they were actually doing some things. They actually put some points on the board. Are we really in a rush to bring Will Levis home? Won't bring back Will Levis to the starting lineup. Didn't look like his coach was that interested in bringing him back. Maybe he might be sitting for a while. Dallas defense, no longer a scare. Michael Parsons and Lawrence both out for significant time. Well, at least this week for Parsons. Lawrence is out for quite a while, it looks like. Maybe look to play some of those guys against Dallas's defense this year that maybe you were scared to last year. Good news, though, Nick Chubb is returning back to Cleveland. Probably not going to see a huge workload right out the gates, but they have opened that 3-week window for Nick Chubb to return. Look to ease him back in and get him back in the game shape. Jerome Ford is still significant, as well as Devontae Foreman. Don't think Nick Chubb's going to take on a big role to probably the second half of the season. Another big one, Cordell Patterson going down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Looked like he was going to be heavily involved in the offense, and it looked that way early. But he goes down, and he should miss some time being carted off the field. That leaves Najee Harris, the lone man in that backfield, especially with Jalen Warren still not back. Najee Harris on us. Maybe you get some more production out of your boy. Well, that's your injury updates for this week, and hopefully they stay small, because this has been a season of injuries. I know it's just been killing folks in fantasy. So, anyways, we'll be right back, joined by Big Time Sean. All right, we got Big Sean on the line. What's going on, big guy?
Just another day of Trash Tuesday here at Fantasyland.
Fantasyland and injury reports, baby. That's how we do football now, man. Just nothing but soft tissue injuries all around the world. Unbelievable.
I just want to know what a mild high ankle sprain is and how that's going to affect my running back.
No, you got Jonathan Taylor, don't you?
Yes.
You're dead insane. But you know what? The good hope is, you got any more Colts on your team? Because I was just kind of talking about that. Anthony Richardson. Do we really want him back, or are we hoping he's hurt?
I heard the report today that he's gonna come back.
No.
I kind of hope they put him on they hit him in the hip so he leaves again. The receivers were just getting fed, and they were doing really well.
Oh, they did really well, man. It kind of sounds like I was talking to Todd last night during the Titans game, and I said, "Oh, Will have his shoulder." He goes, "Quick, throw him on the IR." Do it before he feels better, hurry.
Exactly.
He said, "Get that bum out of there." I was like, "Oh man, that's brutal." But anyway, so you went. How'd you do in your leagues? How'd you do?
Nice little 0-2 action.
What about the other league? I thought you had 3.
hometown league, they've done so bad they've just disbanded it.
Oh, no kidding. Everybody just stopped.
They're like, they're just like, nah, I don't want to play this anymore. This is too depressing.
There's too many injuries, man.
Just somebody buy me. I'll buy whoever wins a beer. I'm just not even checking it anymore. So
it's brutal.
They just went ahead and just disbanded the thing.
Oh, no kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 0-2. 0-2 on the redraft lead, and you lost in the dynasty. It was all, huh?
Yeah, I'm 1 for 6 or 1 for 7 or whatever it's called for the both leagues.
Ouch.
We got a big goose egg in one of them, and I won one in last week. So it's no fun.
Hey, I got something to tell you though. I did beat Nathan this week.
Yes.
I beat him I was playing him in the dynasty league. I beat him in the dynasty league, and my team sucks.
The redraft league, I think you got top score.
Did I? I think I did too. Yeah, I think I got top score in the redraft league.
I think about Nathan. I think Nathan got top score in the redraft league.
No, I beat. Did he? Let me see. Well, I'm curious now, baby.
Yep. Yes, he did. That auto draft.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. 182. Son of a gun.
See, that's what it is. He's a son of a gun.
Yeah, he beat Lee's squad. Oh my God, Gibbs got him on Monday night. Nico Collins brushing it. Why does everybody wait so long to pick up Neighbors? Everybody was scared of Daniel Jones.
They're still scared of Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I know. Everybody is. Dude, I really like his team. Damn.
I know. He's got his teams. Disgusting. It's not fair.
That's so gross.
Auto draft is just not cool.
That's so gross.
Think if you're going to auto draft, you should automatically have to pick first.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting week. I was kind of debating on in the dynasty league. If I was a lose, I was like, okay, we're doing a fire sale. We're just calling it. But I did hand him his first loss in dynasty.
Nice.
So he is no longer undefeated in that league. Huge.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I beat somebody with my garbage team.
No, dude, I don't understand it because Corn's in dynasty. Corn's 4. I'm second. Points against.
You're last.
Getting crushed.
Getting crushed
against everybody who scores.
Awful.
I was just like, come on, that's not even right. Just makes me want to throw something.
Well, we'll get into some of that grossness here in our next segment. We're going to talk our studs and duds of the week. I've got a list.
Right.
Here's some of the duds, and I want to get your take on what you feel about these guys going forward. First name on the list, Kyler Murray. Complete dud. He should have had a field day playing the Commanders. I really liked him this week. He was one of my starts of the week, and he just laid a complete garbage number up there. It was brutal. I mean, what's your take? And he had that one big week, but what's your take on Kyler Murray going forward?
Well, unfortunately, Madden 25 is now in full swing for all of their online leagues.
Mm-hmm.
So when that different video games come out for him, he starts sucking. So when Madden starts full bore, he starts sucking, and when Call of Duty drops his new one,
I thought Call of Duty was coming out next month, so I figured I had a few more weeks before you got distracted.
No, now it's their it's full online swing for Madden games. So he's distracted. He's not he's just dropping. You don't need him. He's gonna suck for the next 2 weeks.
I got nothing. I don't think in one of my other leagues, I don't think I have anybody else to pick up. I got to figure that one out. It's getting scarce, especially with all the damn injuries.
I mean, if you watched his overthrows and his underthrows, and I was just like, he looks like a high school freshman out there just trying to figure out what's going on because he doesn't read his playbook still.
No, it doesn't look good, man. I really thought they would capitalize, and this Commanders defense is weak. I thought for sure they would have a big day, especially, I thought the receivers would feast as bad as that secondary is, and man, it was just blowout. And then when the Commanders did well, because Jaden Daniels lit it up, I thought, okay, here, you got to throw the ball. And they still couldn't throw the ball. I mean, good God. I'm a little concerned
on the flip side, you mentioned Jaden Daniels. On the flip side of that, I'm pulling him off of my taxi squad and starting him.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
I don't understand how he's, I might have helped me out 3 weeks ago if I just started him in.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he's that kid is dialed in. So, as soon as I start him, he's going to suck. But, other than that.
So what you're saying is it's going to be a
the
bad week.
Mets.
Yo, is that what it is?
I feel like I'm the Mets.
You're channeling your inner Nick in this one. Is that what you're doing?
Yes. Whoever I put on my team, you guys pick somebody up opposite, and then they're gonna roll out.
Studs. Yeah. All right. Second name on my duds list, Mr. Breece Hall of the Jets. What do you make of Breece Hall? It hasn't been a huge year for him this year, and last week was really disappointing.
That whole team is missed though, right? I mean, they've had like what two good outings for their offense.
Yeah, I mean it has.
I mean their defense is rolling, but their offense has scored. Most of them put up was what 28 points.
Yeah,
last week or week before.
No, it hasn't been great.
No.
I mean, if you drafted any Jets player, and especially going as high as like Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson were, man, you got to be hitting the panic button right now.
You were looking at Braylon Allen to be the goal line guy, and they didn't even get to the goal line.
No.
So
No.
it's hopefully it's just a hiccup because Breece Hall can take you to the house at any play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's proven that he can go get it started. And they have a fairly difficult matchup against the Vikings, but the Vikings give up a lot of points.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be, I think you have to wait till after this week to see if he comes back and it's just dud land again. I think you can just, go ahead and try to ship him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're in a redraft, you might want to see if anybody's willing to buy high on him. Unfortunately, that Jets offense doesn't look great.
Yeah, I don't think you're anybody to buy highs. You're gonna hope for a middle.
Yeah,
just buy middle ground, please. Just give me somebody serviceable.
So what you're saying is Zach Wilson is not as bad as we thought he was, because those guys were far more fantasy relevant last year than they are this year. Bring back Wilson.
I can't even wrap my head around that comment. So
just promise him a MILF and then he'll come back.
He's after bringing you a 45-year-old.
It's all right, baby. You know you want in. Come on down. All right, next name on the list. And people, I mean, he wasn't drafted high, but I think people had expectations, especially for this team, is DJ Moore. What's your take on him? And he looks like he's disinterested in playing for this team.
Well, he got paid.
Yeah.
He got paid. That's always a bad sign when they get paid before the season starts.
Yeah,
because they don't have anything to play for at least 2 years.
Yeah, because it's brutal.
Yeah, and again, his quarterback's not strapping it up like he should.
Mm-hmm.
And he's afraid to get a hangnail or something.
Oh my goodness,
he doesn't want to mess up his paint job.
It's brutal. I mean, you see DJ Moore, and he's kind of just sitting on the opposite side of the bench. Really not involved whatsoever. I'm curious. I don't know how to make of this and how you can make DJ Moore work going forward.
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know what's in that dude's head at all. Just because he's got a ton of talent. He got paid. His route percentage is what, 90% almost. I mean, never off the field.
No, he's always playing.
Half the time, I mean, he's open at least 60% of the time. His quarterback's going to get him the ball.
Hell, that brought back was Anchorman.
100% of the time.
How's his quote go? Works 60% of the time, 100% of the time.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. That's all that popped in my head was that Banter perfume. Oh, so brutal.
That is a good.
Oh, that's good. That is DJ Moore right there. That's perfect. That works out. That is new DJ Moore saying right there. Oh man. But a couple surprising studs of the week. We had Justin Fields come through for you in fantasy football.
Oh, stop.
He did. He came
Ohio
through.
State quarterback throwing for 300 yards is not going to be sustained. It's an anomaly.
I'm just saying, he was a stud this week, man. He looked Is this kind of the offense he probably needs? Simple, you got 1-2 read and move and run.
Well, that's what they've always said that he needed. But the offensive coordinators are, stubborn. They won't, except for the Lamar Jackson offensive coordinators. Everybody else is like, no, we're going to get it my way, and it's going to be good. And no, but and is it really hard to suck in that offense? I mean, the players that they have around them and that defense is always going to keep you close.
Yeah.
And I mean, in good field position is what I mean, in close.
Yeah.
It's going to keep you on the right side of the 50 9 times out of 10. So I don't know. Yeah, it was sloppy. It was sloppy in the first half where they were down like 28 points or something.
Yeah, they were down.
It
was ugly in the first half, but he came back pretty good. I mean, it's a simple offense, and he's getting the playmakers the ball. Freiermuth looked good. George Pickens has looked good at times, and with the running game, it's not spectacular, but it's been decent.
I mean, he's great for fantasy because he gets 9-10 runs a game, like at least 40-50 yards.
He stinks on a touchdown here and there, so especially a rushing touchdown here and there, so that's huge.
It's a monster. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that he's landed on his feet, but not ecstatic that he's doing. He's doing. Yeah. Would I be mad if somebody wanted to drop him and let me pick him up? No.
I had to pick him up because both my quarterbacks got hurt in like the first week, so I had to reach. Yeah, baby. I had Justin Fields and the Red Rifle going for me this weekend.
You did okay then.
Yeah, I did all right.
You did all right.
Next name on the list coming back from injury was Kenneth Walker. He had a huge game on Monday nights.
Did you see the flip?
No, I missed it. I missed the flip. I kind of
what?
Yeah, I missed the flip. I heard about it, but I have not watched it myself.
Anzalone puts him on his butt, but he lands. Somehow he slides and does like a 360 on Anzalone's chest, and he lands face down, but his legs are still up in the air. So he flips over, does a handstand. He looks like that lady from Australia who was trying to break dance.
Oh my God.
He ends up on his feet and goes for another 6 or 7 yards. It was like, what the hell just happened there?
Yeah, I got to watch the replay on that game. You know what it was? It was my eyes were burning from watching the Titans-Dolphins game. So I was just like, I can't do this. This is so frustrating to watch.
Hello. You want to talk about that cry fest?
All right, more cheerful news. Great news. Chuba Hubbard for the Carolina Panthers had a field day yesterday. It was one of the top backs, especially in that morning slate of games. Not shocked that Chuba Hubbard has really done well. Curious to see how they look when Brooks gets back and how long it takes for Brooks to take it over.
Chuba Hubbard is putting together a resume so when Brooks comes back in, he can get traded to a team that needs a running back.
That's very true. I mean, he finished the second half of last year, he finished really strong as well. And then coming in this year, he's started off a little slow, I think, the first couple of weeks, but since then he's been lights out.
He is, but Brooks is by far a much better running back than he is.
Well, yeah,
he's got a much higher ceiling than Chuba Hubbard does. It may not be this year that they move on from him, but it's definitely going to be next year. So he's putting together a resume. Okay, can't fault the guy.
Well, those were the studs and duds of the week. Are there any other names you want to throw in there?
You forgot a stud.
What we got?
Who? Chase Brown from the Bengals.
Oh yes, Chase Brown. He was on my list. He did have a great game. I was curious because Zach Moss had a great game too. So those guys were tearing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Chase Brown is the speedster of the two.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had to hit your waiver wire and he was out there and you need a filler, I think he'd be the one that you grab.
Yeah,
if you had to.
Yeah, especially with the 90 million injuries. Eventually, you're gonna have to pick him up. So you might as well snag him up now. Somebody's gonna go down next week or the soft tissue injury. I'm telling you.
No, dude.
You know what we haven't seen? You know what? I'm gonna predict it. I'm gonna call it. Ooh, that's great. I'm gonna predict it. I'm gonna say what now. I'm not gonna tell who. I'm just gonna say what the injury is.
Okay.
It's gonna be a turf toe because we haven't seen a turf toe yet.
Dude, we haven't seen a turf toe in years.
We got to bring that back, man. It's gonna be a turf toe, baby. Turf toe, and it's gonna be like in a warm up. It's really and it's gonna screw you because you can't start anybody else.
No, yes.
We're gonna bring that because I think we've gone through our quota for Achilles this year and the hamstrings. So now we're starting to high ankle. So you might have some high ankle sprain, and I guarantee that I'm telling you, it's going to be a turf toe next week.
Well, we're missing a pectoral muscle tear.
Oh yes, we haven't had one of those this year, have we?
And the bicep tear.
No, we had a bicep tear. Who lost the biceps? We had a bicep tear. We already had that. Milano for the Bills had that the preseason.
Oh yeah, okay.
We checked we checked that one off the box area.
We haven't had a pec tear yet. I haven't had a pec tear. So we need those two for a bingo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got the injury bingo game. Oh my God, that's a new idea next year. I'm telling you, that's a new segment. Injury bingo.
When it clears the card, the next $50.
That's the next thing. Anybody on your team gets injury bingo, you're golden, baby. But all right, well, I got you here today. I know I wanted to talk to you about Oakland last week. They had a rough week last week. This week, much better, playing the Cleveland Browns. What's your take on the Oakland Raiders? I mean, God, why do I keep saying Oakland? My God, it's so hard to
because the A's are going to move into our town soon.
I know, yeah, we're just taking all the Oakland teams and bringing. But the Las Vegas Raiders, what is your take on them going forward and on what their plan is? Because there's a lot of rumors going out there.
Well, there's rumors that they're shipping Devontae Adams, and there's rumors that they put the referees on the payroll like the Chiefs did. So I'm hoping of those two rumors, the refs on the payroll are the ones that stick.
Man, you get one of those new Chiefs jerseys, man. That black and white looks good.
Black and white striped Chiefs jersey.
God, it's getting ridiculous with that team.
You know, if they do trade Devontae Adams, for the love of God, make it for the first round draft pick and or a quarterback that can throw the ball further than 10 feet.
I mean, Gardner Minshew's done well. I mean, you're not really expecting, fantasy guru.
If you're going to get rid of quote unquote the best receiver that's in the league right now, you got to get something for him in return that's upper echelon. I would think.
Yeah, I would hope. You would hope they would do that, but maybe they trade for.
I don't know who they're going to ship him to. I hope they don't ship him to freaking Kansas City.
Because they're looking. They
need more weapons.
Yeah, well,
they need more weapons, and it's in the same division, so that's good.
I don't think that would happen. I don't think because of the cap situation that Kansas City's on. I think they're going to go a different route, and I think they go Amari Cooper just because the way his contract is structured. It's very cap friendly. They paid most of his wage this year in a signing bonus, so he's actually got a very team friendly contract for this year. So that could be interesting.
What's Cleveland going to want in return? I mean,
a cup of water. There's no hope for that team. I mean, until you get rid of Deshaun Watson on that team, there's no hope for that team, man.
Oh, it just keeps coming back to that stupid ass contract that they had inside.
Yep.
Well, that was horrible.
But yeah, I mean, what else your Raiders need to do to improve or make a run at this?
They need another defensive end because Tyree Wilson isn't it, especially with Max Crosby being out for a little while. I thought their secondary was getting better, but that's obviously not true.
No. You guys got lucky on that because I saw that play where Amari Cooper takes it to the house. That was not holding. That was probably the worst holding call I saw all year.
Oh, shit. It was so bad.
It was bad. I was like, it's not holding.
Yeah. Need another running back because I like Zamir White, but he's not him.
No, man. It is. Every time they put him in, I'm like, no, put Madison back in. Madison at least gets a couple of yards.
Exactly.
Oof,
it's and Jacoby Myers is doing fine. Bowers is coming along. The other Michael Myers is doing good. They need another. They need a burner.
I like Trey Tucker, man. I like Trey Tucker,
but he doesn't run the percentage of routes that you need running. I guess. I don't think his stamina's there.
No, that's the problem. If you look at it, this past week he played in 85% of the snaps. So he's never had that. I think the prior weeks the biggest one he had was 50%. This week he went up to 85. He looked good. 6 targets. They got him involved in the offense. He looks great. I think you got to give it. I think you have to give him a look because I think he's a player.
Yeah. Well, how much is that is a necessity because Devontae didn't play? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I
Devontae,
get what you're saying. But I don't know.
you got to go assuming that Devontae Adams has played his last game for the Raiders, because I'm going with that. I think they absolutely are going to ship him out because I don't think he wants to be there.
You know what? Trade him to the Saints. We'll take Chris Olave. And breaks his.
Well,
at least Gardner will throw him the ball.
Yeah, that's true. God. What? Yeah, every time I put him on the bench, because I'm like, God, man, Olave gets no love. All of a sudden, he goes nuts. Yeah. Where was he at that week where everyone on the Saints roster scored? He had like one catch. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. This week, they said he was nursing a hamstring. Mm-hmm. He gets 8 for 10 catches and 87 yards.
I had him on the bench because I was like, hamstring. I'm like, no. All right, I'll stay away from that. And I'm like, what in the world is this?
Yeah, he was on my bench as well.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Perfect. Exactly where I wanted him.
But I mean, I think the Raiders, they got to make some moves. I mean, they got to figure out how to get a quarterback into this system. Because until you get a guy on the center, I don't see how you build. What are you building?
The problem is I don't think there's any quarterbacks out there worth.
Well, if you don't do that, now you got to look in the future draft, either that or free agency. So maybe you draft for offensive linemen. At least if you can get an offensive line and help run this ball, hey, that could open up a ton of things for you. Because our offensive line is garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And it shouldn't be because, their left tackle, their center, and their right guard are all pretty solid players. Yeah. Their right tackle and their left guard are kind of piss poor.
Yeah. They did. It's better than last year. It is better than last year. It was awful. Last year was just a whole. I mean, I think there was college offensive lines that were better than the Raiders' offensive line.
College pays more to their offensive line.
That's true. That's the problem. Nobody's like, I'm staying here.
Exactly.
So, but I like those insights. I think the Raiders just need to start making moves for the future. You already know it's going to be a tough uphill battle with the refs. I mean the Chiefs. And trying to battle that.
Go flag.
Oh my God! Wait! Oh no! You threw a pig, Mahomes. Hold on. Let me get my flag out. There you go, buddy. I'll save you again.
Did you see the there was a replay of the Chiefs, I think, right tackle, and he just horse collar.
Oh yes, and he reaches for the flag.
The ref reaches for his flag. He was like,
oh no, it's a play. No, put it back. Yep, every week, man. Every week with this team, they're getting something. And it's funny too because with this Taylor Swift situation, the NFL wants the Chiefs to do well. Hence the reason
they have to have the Chiefs do
well. They're lining it up, and they want Taylor Swift at these football games. I mean, look at one of their away games. Look at when they're playing in Buffalo. The same week she's performing in Toronto. Come on, don't even coincidence. Not coincidence. My ass, that's coincidence.
Coincidence.
My butt. Whatever. You already know the Swifties want it. Oh, hey, they got money. Yeah. Keep that cash ball rolling. Whatever. Garbage.
It's gonna be a little harder now that Rashee Rice went down, though. Going to be a little harder to keep him in the game.
Nah, that just means Travis Kelce's finally going to have to do something because like he did yesterday or Sunday. Finally actually showed up for work.
He's out there running around like a 45-year-old dad.
He's looking old. Yeah. With that mustache, I think the mustache thing is weighing him down. Awful.
He's out there running around. I'm like, this could be your last year, bro.
I think it is. I think he just wanted to see if his brother enjoyed retirement. And he's like, hey, we've sold our podcast. We can be in 90 commercials a week. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll hang it up after this season.
He got into a TV show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Travis is a little jealous. He's like, oh man, I should have just pulled the trigger. Because his brother's like, this is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's when either they win the three-peat or they lose the three-peat. I think he's gonna retire.
Yeah.
Just the way he's out there moving, I don't see him coming back.
I agree.
Unless it's injury. If he has to get said because he gets hurt, it's different because then their ego is like, no, I can still play. I got to come back and prove that I can still play.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think he's done.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, that's good stuff. Good stuff. We'll get into, listen, it's a waiver wire week, and you're looking to try to solidify your team and find one of those league winners. Shaun, I know you got 3 names. Who are the 3 people you're looking at picking up this week in waivers?
Mr. Wicks,
Yeah.
from Green Bay, because Watson went down. I touched on before, if depending on how your high ankle sprain works in Indianapolis, Trey Sermon is another solid, I think, pickup.
Now, is he better? Is he better if Richardson comes back or if Richardson stays away? Which one do you prefer?
I think if Richardson stays away, then the receivers get the uptick. If Richardson comes back, then they work on the run game more.
Okay.
They work on the read option stuff.
All right.
And things like that. And then if Sam Darnold's still floating out there, how do you not pick him up? If you need a quarterback, how have you not picked him up yet?
Yeah.
I keep asking myself that every time I see him on the why didn't I pick up Sam Darnold?
QB4 on the year so far, man. Unbelievable.
He's gonna be, if he keeps going, he's gonna be top 10. I don't see.
If he keeps going, that offensive line can protect him. He stays healthy.
There is a funky stat about Sam Darnold though.
He starts off hot. He starts off hot.
The first 4 games of the season. Yeah, first 4 games of the season, he's like top 3 in the NFL.
Yeah. Yep.
After that, he like runs into a cliff. His car blows up. It's a tree because he was drinking too much. I know he just falls completely off.
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw that stat as well on Sam Darnold. He starts off every season hot when he's been a starter, and then it goes to garbage. Yeah, 5 or 6 weeks into the season.
And the ghosts start popping up.
The ghosts.
Ghosts of New York Jets.
Lord. All right. My 3 pickups of the week. Listen, we already talked about one. I like Trey Tucker. I think with Davante Adams, like you said, it's going to be a necessity to have him on the field. He plays 85% of the snaps last week. I think that grows. He had 6 targets. I think that starts to get up, especially with Gardner Minshew, who cannot throw the deep ball very well. Look for these guys, Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker, to be very, very relevant. Especially, I think they'll be playing from behind most games.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
I disagree. I'm just a big Tucker fan.
Yeah, I get it. But I just think for fantasy, if you need a receiver that's going to get some targets and some play and he's going to be on the field, it's probably going to be one you might want to grab. Next,
Fair enough.
Next is Bucky Irving. I
picked him up. He's already on my bench.
Bucky Irving. I think his snap count percentage has grown and his attempts have gone up each week. And I think he's going to get more and more. I mean, he's already RB 35 in PPR so far, and I think that goes up because I think he's more explosive than Rashee White.
Oh, it's already proven that he's taken over that job.
Yeah,
it's just it's slow. His share on time is slowly going up. I think he's even surpassed the 50% in the last 2 games or so. So
yeah,
if he's still out there, you better get on it. Spend some fab money for him. He's going to be a stud, it looks like, in that offense.
Yeah, I think he fits in well, and the coaching staff really, really likes him. So, it's just a matter of time.
He's a bigger bodied back, and he can catch the ball. So, what's not to like about it?
Yep. All right, and the next one, maybe a little surprise. I'm going to go Xavier Legette of the Carolina Panthers. Season high, 87 snaps, no Adam Thielen. He didn't play great, but he had 10 targets, and he is a rookie.
Oh, he's a rookie.
He's a rookie. Yeah. So look for him to get better throughout as the season goes on, especially with him now getting more, snaps. I think this goes in. Listen, what Thielen has that hamstring issue. We all already know hamstrings are just. It's gonna menace him all for majority of the season. So I look at Legette as going to be a necessity start, and I think he's going to get a lot of targets, especially from that team who's definitely going to be playing from behind.
You have read my mind a little bit because I activated off the taxi squad in the Dynasty League, Jaden Daniels and Xavier Legette today.
There you go, baby.
Like 20 minutes before we did this.
Me and you on the same wavelength, buddy. I told you.
Yeah, Trash Tuesday's finest, baby.
So hopefully if they're still available in your leagues, guys, hopefully you go out there and snatch those guys up before anybody else does. Like you said, it's hot names. And listen, with all these injuries, you're going to need as many guys getting the snaps as possible with the way this season's been going.
It's a walking wounded season.
Yes,
sure.
it is. Yes, it is. But, all right, well, hey, listen, I like to say thanks to Big Time Shaun. Always a pleasure to have you on the show, brother.
Anytime, I'm always here.
Yeah, buddy, we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. All right, thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Good day.
All right, man. Later. All right, thanks to Big Time Shaun for joining the show again. Always love having him on here. Listen, me and Shaun have known each other 15, 16 years now. We always love football, love talking football. It's always a good time. So thanks for joining the show. He's got some great insight, some great knowledge. He's a big Raiders fan, so that's why I love talking the local team with him. But anyways, guys, I hope we didn't miss anything for you this week. Hopefully we were able to touch on some few things that maybe you were interested in, maybe some waiver wire pickups that you might want to be eyeballing here soon. I drop info daily on all social medias, and listen, go in there, follow us, subscribe, rate us. Please enjoy the show. We love what we do. We love talking sports, and we love doing it for you guys and helping you guys out with your fantasy football teams. So anyways, guys, please comment below. Tell me what was your biggest surprise and what is your waiver wire pickup for the week. Until next time, guys, thanks for joining the Vegas Guyz Locker Room. Get us wherever you get your podcast or watch us here on YouTube. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one.